Hello everyone. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Just waiting for people to join. Hello. Good morning. This is Adani and a premiere edition for Business Talks with Adani. So I'm going to allow people to join. Then we can kick off. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Hello, Tom King. Welcome. We have a lot to talk about. Today, we will be talking about, hello, Tom. We will be talking about business development. A lot of things happen for business owners. We just wake up and we start a business. So what are the things that we need to put in place to for a business to succeed? So we are going to be discussing, and today we are having Mr. Ezikpe Kalu, who is going to be joining us to tell us, to teach us what business development is about, to unravel this big word, business development, what we need to do to put our businesses. Okay. I'm going to just put what we're discussing today. I'm going to pin it. Okay. Okay. All right. I want to take much of your time. Like I said, today we have a very important discussion. That's business development. I want to introduce myself first. My name is Adani Uche. I'm the CEO of Addis Food Mart. Addis Food Mart is a food service business that helps individuals with their cooking and food shopping inconveniences. So the business is divided into three parts. We have the food shopping, we have where we have our products that are processedly packaged, and we have the catering part of the business. Waiting for Mr. Ezikpe to join. So it's been an awesome journey. I started this business in 2017. Just sitting down in my sitting room, and I was thinking, okay, what am I going to do? Okay, I will just add him. So I was thinking of what to do, because the way it goes is we have the mainland part, we have the island. Hello, welcome, Mr. Welcome. We're glad to have you. I was just telling my viewers a little bit about myself and my business, how I started. Being in Lagos and being a mom, I was just sitting down and not knowing what to do. I noticed that a lot of people living on this part of Lagos where we live, that's Lekki, they spend a lot of time in traffic, and by the time they get home, it's already late. And the last thing on the mind of any person, having stayed in traffic for a long time, is opening your shelf or the fridge and notice that you don't have anything to cook with, or you don't have food. So we are solving the problem of of shopping for you, making sure that your cupboard is always stocked with food ingredients, not just any food ingredient, hygienically processed and packaged food ingredients. Okay.
Yeah,
now
yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say something about that, but yeah, go on. Sorry.
Okay. I wanted to say we want to go into the business of today, so that we don't want to take much of your time, but just to hit the nail and to tell us what we need to do for businesses. Because when I started, I didn't have all this. I didn't know anything. While in the business, I made a lot of mistakes, and I wouldn't want other people to make such mistakes also. So we want to know more about you. We know who you are, know what you do. Please, can you tell the audience who you are and what you do?
Well, thanks for having me. My name is Mr Ezikpe Kalu. I help businesses with business development needs to grow businesses. Been in the industry for a couple of years. I worked in different sectors. It's a great opportunity to be talking to people, business owners, startup businesses, especially, in this COVID-19 or post-COVID-19, this the new world, about a change. Change is here, change has happened, and, businesses need to adapt to change. So, you talked about how you started your business, which is what business is about. Business is about solving problems and solving problems. And in doing that as well, you need to understand, where is the money in trying to solve that problem? There are a lot of businesses that start, they identify trying to solve the problem, but there's no money because people don't see it as a problem. So I do.
Okay. We just put out the word business development like a big word. What is business? What really is business development? For a business owner, what is business development? We've been talking about what really is business development.
Yeah, we get that a lot, especially when people confuse us with salespeople, confuse us with marketing people. But business development simply, it's it's a process of developing new products and new market opportunities. It's more of a strategic move, whereas sales is closing the deal. Sales is closing the deal, and marketing, it's more attracting people, saying to people, business, covers all three. So it's product development, it's part of generating the lead, finding the need in the market. So it's about us. We strategically find needs in the market. What do customers want? What else do they want? Then we go develop the product, develop the service, give it back to the market. What you ask us, this is what you're looking for. We've developed it for you. We generate. In that process, we create the lead, and then we sell to them. And basically, that's in a nutshell what business development is. Finding a niche, creating a product or service that meets the need, and then getting people to pay for that service.
Okay, you just said something now. You differentiated between what sales is, what marketing is, what business development is. And most times we somewhat mix them up. We call sales, we call marketing, and we call the business development. So from what you just said, business development is creating or developing a product or a market, Then sales is closing a deal. Marketing is advertising. Is that what you're saying? If I got you right.
Yeah, just people I'm here. Marketing is more like, yeah, I'm here. If you need, have a solution that meets your need.
Okay. Are there skills for a good business development? Are there skills for someone to be a good business development personnel?
Yeah, yeah. There are a few skills that are needed. One is a product expertise. You should know the product. You should know the product inside out. And that product expertise is broad. Market conditions, what's happening, what's happening. You need to know industry trends, key issues. You need to know who your competitors are, what they're doing in the market, how they're moving. You also need to know where the sales, where the target is. So that is all forms part of the product expertise or product or service knowledge. You should also be a good networker. Business development is about networking as well. Whether you are meeting people, whether you are educating people, whether you're building a tribe. Seth Godin calls it building a tribe. I'll give an example. I'll use practical example. Say you are someone who does painting, who does painting, right? You shouldn't just focus on your painting, selling painting. So if I come in as a business development person, I'll look at it and say, you're more than a painter. You're more than an artist. You're also an interior designer. So what does that mean? Someone who buys paint wants to make their space look beautiful, right? And you can advise them. So you can start building a tribe of people who love painting, who want to know more about painting. And by so doing, you're building a tribe. So that is cross-sell your paintings to those people, because that's what they like, that's what they talk about. So you're building a tribe of people that love your product. You should be able to market. Good marketing. Marketing is like when you see a lady or you're trying to date, right? When I approach my wife, right, that is sales, right? Me making the move, going to her and saying, "Oh, yeah, you look beautiful. What's your name?" But marketing is me standing somewhere, saying, come and talk to me. Come and talk to me. So you should be should be a good marketer. You should also be good at cold calling, being able to approach people, whether it's the phone to people you haven't spoken to before, sending an email, connecting with people, LinkedIn, connecting with people on social media. You should be able to. You should learn how to connect. Winning me as well is another good skill. You see a lot of people make this rookie mistake. They pick up the phone to someone they've never spoken to, someone who's not expecting your call, and you just start saying on the phone, buy this, buy this. But a very good book I read once that was recommended to me by a very good friend, Alan McLaren. It's called Fanatical Prospecting by Jeb Blunt. Fanatical by Jeb Blunt. You don't just, sell the phone. What you do is you sell the meeting. You sell, can I come and see you? Have you got space in your diary? Let me come and see you, because that face-to-face interaction is key. So being good on the phone or emails is a good skill. Then presenting, you should be able to know how to present your product. And there are 4 things to know about presenting. What is like movies. Movies. You see the bad guy beating up the good guy. Setting the plot. The bad guy is beating up the good guy. and then you're hooked. That's the hook. So in presentation, there are 4 things to bear in mind. What is the problem? You know, what is the problem? Pitch the problem and set the scene. 2 is to you need to then blow it. Tell people why them money. If you like your service, you know, you said you discovered that people that live in Lekki, people working long hours, would find it difficult going shopping after spending, you know, 12 hours, you know, working. So when you now start presenting them, you tell them the impact, the effect of working 12 hours and going shopping, the cooking, before you block the problem. And then 3, you present your credibility. Why are you the best person to solve? What's your credential? You know, we ethically source, we clean our product, we price our product competitively, we source from local farmers, we are helping local farmers. That's your credibility. Then lastly, there must be an action plan. Give them an action. What do you want them to do? Do you want them to buy? Do you want them to click? Do you want them to subscribe? So that's presentation. And then lastly, cost save. Be a good negotiator. Whether you're dealing with suppliers, or you're dealing with logistics, whether you're dealing with HR, whether you're dealing with operations, be able to be a good negotiator, because at the end of the day, if they money. So those are some skills I think, you know, good business women should have. Okay.
For business development, for a business, are there processes or strategies that one need to put in place? You know, you're just talking to a layman. What are the processes? So what are the strategies?
A very good question. You know, the challenge business owners have is you start a business, you launch a business, and you start working in the business rather than working on. I'll give an example. So for small startups, you're the one doing you're the one doing sales, you're the one doing the admin, the one doing logistics, you're the one sourcing the product. You do so many with different hands. But one thing you do is leverage the expertise of professionals where you can and when you can. A lot of people say do it. I haven't got money to hire a lawyer. I haven't got money to hire a best system. What I say to people, yeah, while you are scrapping, there's something you need to do, and that is to build your connection economy, equity, your connection equity, right? What do I mean by that? Building relationship with your supply chain, the value process, of value chain. Where do you get your materials from? Where do you get your products from? Your fish, you're supplying fish. Where do you get your fish from? Where do you get your vegetables from? Where do you get your tomatoes from? What's the process? Where do they get it from? How do you get it from the farm to the client? Understanding that chain, that value chain out, would help you devise such strategy. So I'll go to the farm, I'll go out for coffee. I'll sit down and chat to them and say, how are your kids? How's the family? Especially in this COVID-19 season, lockdown season, pick up the phone to people, your prospect, your clients. If you're legally allowed to do so, speak to them. Say, I'm just, Mike, I'm just thinking about you. how things, I know things are difficult, how you coping, how you managing. You know, I know it's a difficult time, but hey, you know, I'm here. I'm also struggling. We're struggling, but I'm here for you. You know, just if you need someone to talk to. People then know you care, because people buy from you for two reasons. People buy from you because they know you're there, and two, they trust you. And through trust, through generosity, through caring. So when you care for people, your clients, understand their needs, their challenges, what then happens is when you need a credit line, from that farmer, you can say to him, you know, this is what my vision, this is the problem I'm solving. However, I need a 30-day credit line. I need a 60-day credit line. You know, that 60-day credit line, your cash flow helps you to do more. So in terms of strategy, care for your people, care for your clients, care for your staff, care for your the other thing is the value chain. A Jewish lady once told me, she said, if you offer products, if you sell products, aim to add a service. And if you offer, aim to add products. I'll give an example. For someone who sells hair extension, right? Not that I need a hair extension, right? But for someone who sells hair extensions, you're getting the hair from somewhere and you're selling to the client. That is the product you sell. If you value chain it, you'll be asking yourself, how can I scale up? How can I product line? How can I get my brand on the product? So I'm not just selling someone else's product, I'm selling my product. And when people go to fix hair extension, what else do they need? They are looking at of the business. Their nails. Can I add that as another product line? So increasing the product line. I noticed that they need facial scrubs. Add that as a product. And services, in terms of this added service, you can then start teaching people how to look after their hair. You build 5 people who, you know, you're teaching people how to look after their hair. With time, people will not start paying you and starting paying you to come and how to look after it. So that's for your business. So you're selling the product on one hand, but you're also teaching people how to look after their hair. So that's another strategy. You can also collaborate. So instead of competing this time, I sell a pen, right? But I don't sell books. I only sell and area of expertise. What you then need to do, find other people, other products or services that complement what you do, and promote those people. You know, speak to them and say, "I love what you do. Can I promote your services, your product? It will allow me make a money." So if the products are £10, they can give it to you. You add it with your pen and say, if you buy the pen and the book, you can get it for X, and you've increased your product line with really the overhead. Because what you need to then do is what we call drop. You need to then drop. You sell the product, then get the person, that business partner, to so that's you know, a few strategies that I think.
Okay, thank you. You've said a lot, and I'm going to take away where you said, especially in this COVID-19 period, instead of competing, you collaborate. You try to look for a business or a product that is going to complement. You're going to complement each other. Also, I have another one here. What are the core business development knowledge one need to have? And then, do you have to have a certain knowledge to be a good business development person?
It's not, business development is not just about the person. It's about the people running the business. It's leveraging on data, right? Use every avenue you have to ask people questions, ask for feedback. That's something a lot of people do very well. Ask. You sell, you sell fresh produce to your customers. Your own client relationship system, CRM system. When they buy, what do they? Why do they buy? If you start to ask the question, a question like as simple as, what else do you need? What else is costing you money? What else can we help save you money on? The client will tell you what they need. And in them telling you what they need, you can then develop new products. I'll give you an example. The example of
Sorry to cut you. A lot of people said they can't hear you very well. Please, can you check your speaker?
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Is it a lot better now?
Yeah, is it a lot better? Yeah. Please, people, can you hear him better now? Can you speak to your microphone so that?
Sorry about that. Is it a lot better now? Can they hear me better? Is the quality better?
Yes, I think from my own end is better. So we just wait for them to type to tell us if.
Yeah, the saying. I'm guessing it's breaking. The saying it's breaking.
Yes. Sorry
about that. My first time on, probably second time on Insta Live. So sorry about that if it's breaking up.
We apologize. So I'm just going to ask him the question again. Okay, they said it's low, so maybe you increase the volume on your. So I'll just ask you the question again so they can hear what I said. I asked him if there are core business development knowledge for someone to have.
Yeah, I was saying, sorry about the low sound. The knowledge, you need to know your customers, you need to know your clients, you need to listen to them. Listening is a key skill, and by listening, you have so many tools available. You could do a Q&A. You could send out a questionnaire. You could ask for feedback after every transaction. What did you like? Let me say you supply pastries. People buy your pastries. When they buy your pastries, go back to them and say, did you enjoy it? Did you like it? What else? We're trying to grow and serve you better. What else can we add? What else can we add to this product range? And also use them for as a test case. Come up with a product and say, we're trialing this out, or we're going to be launching this. Send us your email. We'll send you a sample of our product, and then they will tell you what they want. They tell you what they need. So you're not just selling. People make this mistake of going to produce something that people don't want. By the time you finish spending money producing it, people don't want it. However, reverse engineer it. Find out what people want, ask them what they want, and then deliver that product to them, manufacture specifically for that group of people. I.e., you can say, we're going to be manufacturing this because you've told us you love this, right? But we're only delivering to a limited number of people. A limited number of people. Create urgency, and say, you know, limited edition. You see that with sneakers, with shoes, with clothing, or cars, limited edition. And then you can charge a premium because you have a target audience that buy your product, or that trust you. They trust you, right? And then you sell to them. And again, trial and error. You know, I'll start telling the story of Fanta, how Fanta was started by Max Keith in Germany during the Second World War. It was born out of necessity. Coca-Cola, they weren't getting supplies from America and Germany, and he just went off what he had. He said, I'm going to create a new product with what I had. And he created a new product, and that was how Fanta. He said to them, use your imagination. And in Germany, imagination means, sounds like fantasia. So he said, that was how Fanta came. They shortened it. Use your imagination. So it's the key skill is listening to your clients, listening to your customers. They will tell you what they need. Yeah, they'll tell you what they need.
Okay. I'll just, because of what you said, so that we don't break, I wanted to take questions after we're done. But someone asked an important question as regards to the core knowledge. Someone asked, okay, those examples are global brands. What about, you know, let's tether it down to Nigerian businesses, because yes, and he asks, what about advertising? What about people in advertising? What are the, you know, there are businesses that have just been shut down, especially in this COVID-19 period. So what should they do? What should be their strategy? You know? Okay,
it doesn't matter where you are in the world, whether you're in England, whether you're in Nigeria, in Ghana, in America, it's the same. For advertising, the guys in advertising are in a unique position. They are in they have the world is their canvas. For those in advertising, I would say, if it's me, I'll start teaching people about advertising on social media. I'll start putting out content, putting out courses on Instagram, on Facebook, teaching people about advertising, teaching brands. There are small companies. You can find your niche, and that niche could be small startups. How do small startups advertise on a budget? And so you just focus on in a particular sector and just teach them, and let people pay you for teaching them how to advertise. Teach them the rudiments. Download, create an ebook, start a blog. And these are different products that you can start, you know, in terms of advertising. And you can start a publication. You can start a publication about, you know, advertising, small business advertising. Or you can start a publication, a magazine, or a print, or a blog, giving people an opportunity to advertise on your page. So there's so much content, there's so much you could do. But you need to think long term. So far as you're solving a problem, and you're solving a real life problem, the money will come. You know, if they're meeting a need, so far as you're meeting a need, the solution will come. You could become a guest writer on different platforms for different people. You could be, you know, so many things you could do in terms of the advertising.
Okay, you said something while you were trying to talk about business development. You talked about leveraging on expertise of professionals. For the, you know, there are for a small business that is just starting with just little able to pay the professional. How can they? What are the things that they need to do? Are there free things out there that they can use to leverage on the expertise of people that they cannot pay. They can pay.
One good thing it's you know that social media has done is that you can connect with anyone and everyone. In the past there were a lot of gatekeepers, people that will stop you from getting to people. On LinkedIn is a good place to start. You know, reach out to people on LinkedIn and build partnerships and say, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm at the moment, this is the help I need. Whether it's setting up a payment plan and say, you know what, bring in your sweat equity, give us your sweat equity, help us do this, and this is what we would help you do. I might not be able to pay you, but I can bring 10 other people that will use your service and pay 10 paying customers. So back to negotiation and leverage. You know, I can't pay you right now, but I will bring you 10 people that will use your service and 10 paying customers. I have my suppliers who need, I have my production company, I have my suppliers who need your service. If I put you in touch with them, can I get a discount? It's all about negotiation, because they want the business. You know, COVID-19 has just, a lot of businesses have gone under, you know, people have been made redundant. On social media, find lawyers that have been made redundant, and, you know, find people that are out of job and partner with them. It's about partnership. And this is what I need. Find free sets. I believe there are Chamber of Commerce. There are support groups as well for small businesses. Talk to your competitors. Talk to other businesses. How did you do this? How did you get over this? And, you know, people love sharing. You know, it's a sharing economy. People will tell you, I use that guy, I use that firm, and this is what they did for me. You should don't sit in a silo. You know, put out your need, put out what you're doing out there, and say, this is what I need. You know, can I get help? Is there someone to help? And also, which is where if you start adding value to other people, people always want to give back to you. People always want to add value to you as well. So in terms of finding free apps, free CRM systems, you know, books, there's knowledge in books, read books, find out what other people are doing, and just network with people, and you know, there's a lot of help out there.
Okay, thank you. Are there books that you've read recently that is going to help anyone with their businesses, especially for new businesses? Are there books that they need to read?
I've mentioned Fanatical Prospecting by Jeb Blunt. I've also just finished reading Who Moved My Cheese. I think every business person should read that book. Every individual should read that book because it talks about change. I don't want to spoil it for a lot of people that haven't read it. Change constantly happens, and with this coronavirus, it's just changed, you know, everything. The airline industry, the hospitality industry. So change, it's a very good book to read on change. And it just gets you thinking, what other thing can you add? What other service can you provide? You saw a lot of manufacturing companies during this COVID-19 season retooling their production line, and people that were manufacturing one thing started doing hand sanitizers. So it's a good book to read. You know, people that were in secure jobs are all of a sudden realizing, oh wow, you know, it's not as secure as I thought it would be. So this pandemic is really, I think people should read, you know, Who Moved My Cheese. It's a good book on dealing with change.
Okay. Thank you. It's been an amazing time. I hope people we are listening. I hope people are listening, taking, writing down with your pen and paper. But someone asked a question. She said, "What advice would you give to people who were on the verge of starting or investing in a business just before the pandemic? How can they beat the fear of confusion of what and where to invest in?"
Thanks. That's a very good question. I'm a student of the Bible, and one of the things I've learned from the Bible is times and seasons. This pandemic will pass. It will soon pass, right? And what happens is that a lot of new businesses, a lot of money is made post-crisis periods. So in terms of starting a business, yes, take a step back and ask yourself, is the business relevant? Is it meeting a need? You know, is it going to meet a need? If it's going to meet a need, I would say still start. However, just watch your overheads. Don't go and spend money hiring, renting a shop right now. You don't need to rent a shop right now. You need to, save as much money as possible. Give it some time. You know, prices of retail spaces are going to drop. But I wouldn't do that. I would say test the market first. Create a prototype. Manufacture little. Send out samples. Do people like it? Do people want it? Test the market. Use social media. Test the market. Do people want what you have to sell? And if you're investing as well, look at the numbers. If you're investing in the business, look at the numbers. What's their turnover like? What's the sustainability like? Right now, I don't think a lot of people are buying into luxury products, right? People are focusing more of basic needs: food, shelter, the very basic things. So I wouldn't just rush to invest. I would take my time. I'll look at the industry. I'll study what's happening. Is it a good time to renegotiate deals? Is it a good time to scale up? Good time to build an ecosystem. Go to the farmers and maybe not buy a farm, but invest in a farm to control the supply chain. So that question, I would say, take your time, study the market, test the market. Is there still a need for that product and service you're trying to deliver? If not, re-engineer it, rethink it, and come up with a different solution.
Okay, someone asked here, he said, are there specific industries you see as the next big thing?
Yeah, a few industries are going to pick up. One is not in any particular order, but food. The food industry, it's going to still going to do well. People are going to be eating. Industries like the travel industry is taking a beating. However, logistics will pick up. Logistics cost has gone up by more than 100% as we speak. So if someone wants to get into logistics, this is a good time to get into logistics. Getting goods from one point to another, it'll be a good industry to get into. Recruitment. A lot of people are out of jobs. A lot of people are going to be looking for jobs. So if you're into recruitment, positioning yourself, you do well. Properties would always be a good place. Not high-end properties, but affordable properties. Starter homes. The rental market would pick up after this. uh, another industry, and random, I'm just giving ideas. Debt advisory, people are going to be looking to restructure debt, refinance debt, will be another good area to be into. Health, health and insurance. People are going to be seeing the need to take out insurance for basically everything, because no one saw this coming. So those are just the few industries that I think. But food, I think food, it's a good place to be in. Whether it's food, whether, like I talk about the value chain, whether it's retail, whether it's whether it's farming, manufacturing, processing, creating new products for food. It could be someone doing a vegan diet, or someone coming up with a new something new. But yeah, IT as well.
There's one last question I have. You talked while building your supply chain, you talked about caring for people, and someone asked, is caring for people enough? Is it enough just to care? What difference does it make for caring for your staff, your customers, your supply chain, and is that enough?
You see, this is the difference between sales and business development. Sales is more tactical. Yeah, let's get the numbers. But business development, and especially caring, is so important. People don't it's difficult to monetize. It's difficult to see the value. I'll give you an example. Germany. If you look at Germany have fought 2 world wars, and Germany comes back after each world war stronger and better. They have one of the best economies in the world. After Second World War, Germany was leveled. But in less than 10, 15 years, 20 years, Germany became, is heading the EU. Why? That's what is called in Germany co-determination. Co-determination is a philosophy in Germany where the companies, the shareholders, or the business owners give a part of the business to their staff. So the staff also become shareholders. So if I'm a staff of a company that, and the company is looking after me through a crisis period, and I'm invested in that company, I will give 110% because I'm part of that company, and I am a shareholder. I own an equity. I own a stake in the business. That's the philosophy of co-determination. So you see the biggest companies, Mercedes-Benz, all the big companies, this is the philosophy. And when you care for people, when you care for your clients, you have a leverage that other people don't. When people know you care, yeah, you might say, oh, what is it putting food on the table? But when people know you care, there's so much opportunity that can come up out of it. I've talked about you dealing with your farmers, caring about your farmers, or caring about the driver that brings the products from the farm to you, or caring about the logistics from you to the client, or caring about the client. They would always come back and do business with you. They would always come back and do business with you. They will bring their friends. Word of mouth is still the best marketing tool. They will tell their friends about you. They will tell them the experience, what they felt, how they felt dealing with you. I have people that I've dealt with 5 years, 10 years, and I still do business with them. I can still go back, pick up the phone to them and say, I have this problem, I have this challenge. Can you refer me? Can you point me to someone? And those are the bailouts you need. Those are the people you need because you did something, you went the extra mile. You can't quantify it in monetary terms. It's not just, a sales transaction. It's a long-term, which is why business development is strategic, it's long-term. You're thinking 10 years, you're thinking 20 years from today. You're thinking, when you need help, like this season, people are really, really struggling. But you find out is the relationships you've built, the people you've added value to, that would bail you out and help you when you need help.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought we were going to just take just the 30 minutes, but because of this power-packed information and advice that you've been dishing out for us, we've taken so much time. We want to thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that you took out your time to come educate us, about business development, and I hope that a lot of businesses are going to benefit from this. And would you mind coming on again if we call you any other time if there are more questions? Because I told people earlier to send in their questions regarding business development to my DM. Send me a message on my WhatsApp. Okay, if anybody has any questions, please do well to reach out to me. We will send it to you, and I know that you are open to answer all our questions. For small businesses, or please take down. I hope you took down all because my books are just filled with things I'm writing. I'm taking down a lot of things that I need to do, that I need to do differently, and a lot, just a lot of things. Thank you again. And just any last words for us just before you go?
Yeah, just to encourage a lot of people out there who are, a lot of people think during a crisis or during a difficult time is a time to not do things. Just want to encourage for people that have lost jobs or people that are scared, don't panic, don't worry. There's a whole new opportunity, a whole new world out there. There are new services that have been needed, new knowledge, but collaborate with people, work with people, synergize. If you, like I said, if you're offering a product, right, aim to add a service, teach, give free lectures, give free advice. If you offer a service, aim to add a product, put it in a book, come up with your own product line. If you already have one product, aim to increase the product line. Say someone who sells bed sheets, increase the product line. Don't just sell bed sheets, add, kitchen towels, add bedroom towels. Increase the product line. For people who are selling products that are not selling, let's say you have five different products you're selling, and one is selling very well, 3 are not selling very well. Merge those products. The philosophy of buy one get one free, or buy 2, pay for 2 and get the 3rd one free. Add those products together. The ones that are selling, combine them. The ones that are selling, the ones that are not selling. Leverage your contact, your network base. If you're selling shoes, find a different product and say, okay, who's selling bags? Reach out to them and say, can I help increase your sales, right? Add your bag to my shoe, so their fans become your fans, and you can push out those products out there. The other thing is, go with the flow. The world is changing. There are opportunities out there. It might be a time to buy a production line. Scale up, build an ecosystem. When I say scale up, look at your value chain. What can you? We're doing that as well. What can I add? What can I do? Who can I bring together? How can we work together? How can we come up with new solutions? But yeah, just to tell people, things are going to get better. Don't be scared. It's a difficult time, but we would all, pull through. We've been through worse. We've been through wars. We've been through pandemics. But you're going to pull through. You're going to get through. I hope that encourages someone. And like you said, it's been a pleasure being on the program. And if I'm called up again, and I love helping, I love adding value, I would, gladly come back if you have me.
Okay, thank you. So you're going to let you go now. Thank you very much. We appreciate you taking our time once again to come join us. Please, we're going to have another person talk to us tomorrow on parenting and business, how she's been able to juggle between parenting and business. So do stay tuned. Join us again 11 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you. I appreciate everyone that took our time to listen to our guests today. Thank you for also, this is my first time and this is the premiere edition of Business Talks with Adani. So join us tomorrow. For every parent, you really need to know how to balance business with parenting. So listen to, tune in by 11 a.m. again tomorrow and listen to our guest tell us how she has done it. Is there any magic? Is there anything different that we need to do so that our business can be sane and our family can also be sane? Both of them work hand in hand. Thank you once again, Mr. Ezikpe Kalu, for taking our time to join us and educate us. We appreciate. Thank you and bye, everyone. Please note that if you still have any questions, do not hesitate. Send me a mail, send me a DM, send me a message, and I will send it to Mr. Ezikpe, and he's open to answer all our questions. And the clip of this of today's live Instagram show, it's going to be on for 24 hours. So someone go watch it, or if you didn't start at the beginning, you can also go back and watch it again. And I'm also going to post it on our YouTube channel, so you can go to our YouTube channel at Addis Food Mart and watch it. Thank you very much.